drama tonight, guys. I'll report to you on the mountain. Guys, I've just done my first run, but I need to show you this because it's a blue, so it's the second easiest run, but look at this. It's that mountain there. I'm going to zoom you in. Like, you can't really tell how steep it is, but it's really icy and steep. So I have just stopped for a little break. I'm going to have another drink so that I can get a bit more confidence, because my plan was to get this lift, which is like right there, and that lift is the lift that takes you like basically double as high as what I've gone before. There's actually a cat in this strand. I want it to come over. Come here. Hello. How is a cat surviving in this snow? That's crazy. If I get the cat to come over, then I'll show you. But basically, I'm trying to get a bit more confidence, because I'm just thinking if I go to the top of this other one that's like 2 levels higher and it's all blue, there's no green, then like I might be dying by the time I come down, because it's going to be like the longest and the hardest one that I've ever done. But I did okay on that one. I did it a lot faster. I think that's the one that I fell on yesterday, and that like psyched me out a little bit, but I actually managed not to fall. And it's really nice and quiet on the slopes, which is good, because sometimes when it's so busy, my main thing is that first of all I don't want to annoy other people that are better than me, like by hogging like the middle of the slope or anything, and then like I also just feel like I'm not very good at like avoiding people, so I'd rather just like wait until everyone's gone so there's a gap rather than trying to avoid people. My drink is here and the cat's gone all the way over there, so it's just not coming back. But I had to take my coat off then, because everyone's been scaring me saying don't ski without gloves, because like one lady was like my husband's hand got severed because someone skied into him and someone else was like lost a nail. So I'm like, I wear gloves, but it's so hot. I don't even know why I've got the snood on. I just take the snood off, because I mean I was a bit scared on the way up because it was quite windy, but it was not windy once you were like on the ground. I think it's just because the ski lifts are a bit high up. So basically, usually so far I've been going up here and then skiing down here, going up here. But because I skied down here all the way to here, I can actually go up this one, which is like right to the top. And then up here, you don't have any easy ones. So to be able to get back down to like maybe like a green, if I got tired, I could come this way, then go all the way along here, and then my accommodation's down here. But you're basically going up the whole resort, which is good, but I'm kind of scared. I am also loving my little bum bag setup that I've got going on. I've got my tiny little flask. I was using this for alcohol in the summer, but I've just got water in it now, just like a little sip if I get thirsty. And then I've got this, and it's got little pouches in here, but I've got all my precious stuff that I don't want to lose, which I should have had my camera case in there before, but you've got my keys in it, lip gloss and gum, and then like a little Bluetooth thing, but keep that. I like it because it's quite flat, so it's not like gonna change like my balance or get in the way.
Yeah, but I do now, I remember it now. I didn't have it on, but I just...
No, you held them in it.
Yeah, I just held it on. I can remember with me.
Right, so I've realised that what I don't like is the lifts where you're like inside the cage and there's a big drop, because how scary are these ones, like especially because it's a little bit windy because I'm higher up. But I think this is the blue run. I'm gonna ask someone before that I set off. I'm like really high up now, so I'm gonna need to put my gloves on because it's freezing. I'm gonna try to do one long blue and then get back down to the bottom. But also there's so much more powder snow compared to at the bottom, so I think I don't want to go on that lift again because it was actually just like really like scary, but it does look like the conditions are going to be nicer here. That is the At Praise bar over there, but I was going to get some food on the top floor and I asked them about it and they said that apparently they close in 5 minutes, so I'm going to have to leave it. I mean, I'm going to do this run because this is literally the run that goes right back down to where my hotel is, and then I might get changed and go get some food in town and bring you guys along with me and like have a little bit of a chill afternoon because I've been skiing for quite a while now. I did a really high run, like I've just come from like up this mountain over here and all the way down. I actually don't know, I've never been off this side. That might be somewhere I could go down there, but usually I go along here and then go round. Should we try go down there? Let's have a look what it's like. I have got an arm strap on my camera, but I am still a little bit worried about it because it is delicate. Okay, I don't know if that even goes to the same place. It might do. We'll see. Yeah. These little like lift things, like the tunnels that you stand on, usually when you get out of them you're on like quite a nice easy one, so I'm guessing this is just an easy one. But if I go down there, am I going to get stuck and then have to come back up? Maybe I should just go the normal way. Oh my god, before, I don't know what I did wrong, but basically there was like this really like scary looking drop off where I had to go down, and then I saw some other people go down like a little like off the beaten track like loop thing, and I was thinking, and it would join up and it was a bit more flat, so I went down there and they were like, somehow I could see them and I was like, how are they skiing uphill Obviously they were not skiing uphill. I tried to follow them and go the opposite way to them, and I was like walking uphill in my skis because it was not the right direction. But I did get back onto the route that's meant to go down, and I honestly think that was probably like a red. Sometimes the racing system, it really just depends, because if it's icy, it's so much harder. Like, I've done some reds where the conditions are nice and like you can, even if they're steep, it's fine. But here, it's not the worst ice I've ever experienced, but on that last bit where I was like right at the top of the mountains over there, there was a bit of gravel and some guy literally like hit a rock and fell. Also, I was going to tell you guys, just while I keep pushing myself along, there was someone yesterday, you know how like on, I'll show you in a bit, this route, there's like cliff edges. It's not like vertical cliff where you're gonna die if you fall off it. It's like a drop, maybe for a few meters, but like you kind of roll. But I don't like looking over the edge because I'm scared of heights. But basically this person, I really wanted to stop and help them, but I felt like I was going to fall off. They just like went over the edge, and like I could see them sliding, so like they weren't going to like literally go off a rock cliff or anything like that. But yeah, when stuff like that happens, like that happened to me the first time I came to Rise with uni, and like I dropped off a off-piste thing and then did like a somersault. It just proper wins you and it knocks your confidence, but as long as you get back up and get on with it, you're fine. Okay, honestly think I could have just gone down that route that was just there before, but I'll show you where I'm going now. Okay, so I think we're just going to follow this over here. I think the snow plough has just been up this way. Also, these are the chairlifts. I never usually get on the chairlifts. Like, this is the outside of my hotel here. It's really, really cute. I've just finished skiing for the day. I could have done one more run before it goes like dark. I kind of did want to do a sunset run, but I am also really hungry and I want to go in the hot tub, and I have to hand make my outfit before tonight. So I think we need to have a early come in and then like go get some food and stuff. But yeah, to put my skis away I need to go around the back of the accommodation that way. I would love to know where I dropped my camera case on this walk, because it was definitely on this walk. Probably fell out of my bag. But it's so pretty right now. It's definitely golden hour right now. Right, this is my outfit for night 3. I'm going to see BLK tonight. I have got 2 different ear options. I reckon I'm going to wear these ones just because they're more ski, because these are cute, but I feel like it just looks a bit like a Halloween costume if I wear them. But I have got, you can't really tell because I've got this sleeve on, which I need to take off because I'm actually going to take this down in a second and put on a thermal top underneath, because I'm not going to bring a coat with me today because I don't want to pay for cloak cream. I don't even know if they do have cloak creams, but it's quite hot anyway. But these little fluffy things match the fluffy leg warmers that I've got going on. But yeah, I'm just... Confidence Man is on at the moment, and Leona, who I'm meeting up with, is already at them. But I feel like I saw them at Warehouse Project recently or something, but I'm not that bothered about that. But BLK is not until 2, which is kind of an issue because I've been told by Rise, or my contact at Rise, that I might have a 3-hour ski lesson tomorrow, so I don't want to be like too hungover and out too late. But obviously BLK starting at 2 is not a good sign for that, so please pray for me. I'm going to feed back with you in the morning. I'm going to try and vlog a bit of the ski lesson as well, because I feel like that'll be an interesting experience, and I'm really grateful for that, because I think I could do with a lot of refresher tips and just improvements on my form, because I can tell I'm sat too far back on my skis. I want to do that thing where like you just move in a U shape, but every time I like think of the U, like I've seen tip videos, that's when I nearly fall over. So I just need someone to give me intensive help, because I remember like when I first ever, like the only time I've ever had ski lessons, the first time I skied, I got like so confident because you're just following the teacher's route, and then after a few days we were doing stuff like we'd be on a route, and like what I see people doing now where they'll go up on the edge of like a bit of the snow and they'll do a little jump and stuff like that, like we were doing things like that, but now I'm just not on that level. Now if I like hit a slight bump or like get my skis like crossed over and caught so much, and like I'm quite cautious as well, so I don't fall over, but I just feel constant state of stress, which I kind of enjoy like the adrenaline from it, but I do think that I can chill a little bit and just like get my technique better. But yeah, let me know what you think of this outfit. I'll show you. I got it on Vinted. I think I paid like £8 for it or something. It's got some like mesh parts on it. I was going to do a corset with it, but I felt like I had 2 corset options. So I tried a black corset on over it, and for me, because I'm 5 foot, my torso's not super long, it just looked weird. Like if it was a bit of a thinner one, it would have looked okay. But then I thought, I ordered this like last week because I've never done a proper waist trainer, and I just thought it would be quite cool to wear underneath some of my one pieces. But I don't actually care that much about making my waist thinner right now, and I've also got thermal leggings which are kind of giving me a bit of a suction effect anyway, so I'm just like, yeah, I'm not going to wear that because it kind of feels like you can't sit down properly in it. But I thought that would be like, I kind of bought it to do a video on to see the difference between putting it on underneath and not, but we will see. I've had a bit of drama tonight, guys, and I'll talk about it on here because I feel like I yap more on here. But basically, last month I did 3 adverts for Face App, which is like, it's like Facetune, like an editing app where you can change your hair, you can put makeup on, you can, you know, a lot of people know Face App. Personally, I do edit my pictures sometimes I don't, like quite often I can't be bothered because my audience is 90% women, so like I don't actually feel like I need to edit my photos, and like I have more so just put filters on them sometimes just so they all look cohesive on the feed. Regardless, like I don't think it's bad to be open about talking about editing, and I've literally done videos where I'm like how I edit my pictures and I'll show step by step. So I didn't realise, especially because last month that no one had an issue with it, that people really didn't like Face App. And so this advert, because bearing in mind I've already done 3 video concepts for them, they asked me for another 3 video concepts, so I'm like, at this point there's a lot of rules that they can't talk about, like you're not allowed to say the word fake, you're not allowed to say the word AI, you're not allowed to say too drastic editing or anything like that. So I'm like thinking of new video ideas, so I thought I'm going to do a video that's called like social experiment. I'm going to use the editing features such as making my hair longer and adding makeup and see whether people notice, because I've seen a girl do a video where she was going to pretending she was on holiday and she was editing the background and like all week posting as if that she was on holiday when she wasn't. So I just thought, it's like not that deep, is it? I'm not talking about like you need to use Face App because you're ugly and you need to edit out your insecurities, or I've got insecurities and that's why I'm using it. I was just saying like I want to see whether people think the makeup's realistic or not. So I've had massive backlash for people saying why would you promote this because it's making people insecure, but I'm like that wasn't what my concept was. Then I had people who didn't like the AI side of it, but I mean I've spoke openly about the fact that like I've been to a talk about AI recently, and he was basically saying people say AI is so wasteful and like because it wastes water or whatever, but like can't talk, I've had a few drinks. A PhD student put their thesis into an AI and it came out with the answer. They put the start of it, bearing in mind because it wasn't published yet, there's nothing online, and then the AI came out with the end version plus 3 other good like findings within 2 days, when that student would have took 3 years to come out with or 2 years to come out with the same answers that AI did. So like people say AI is so wasteful, it's also saving a lot of wasted time, and it can solve a lot of issues like health issues and, you know, people who can't have access to things. I know people say don't use it for therapy, but like if people are in domestic situations where they need to have a second opinion of someone that can, not someone because I know it's not a real person, but yeah, anyway, I use AI sometimes and I'm not fully against AI, and I've said that before. So I'm someone that believes that whatever you do, you should be able to stand on business and say it with your chest, and I personally don't think I did anything wrong there, and I never anticipated when I was posting it that people would be offended by it. So I'm kind of shocked because I'm like, it's like the 4th video I've done for them and now people are offended by it. So it's a bit awkward because I've still got 3 videos in that contract to post. I'm like gonna get so much hate on it, but like it's not bad intended. And I also think, babes, I've got to eat, I've got a house renovation going on. Like if you don't agree with something that I promote, like I don't agree with people who promote Dashkin's Casino, people who promote Klarna, people that promote sunbeds, people that promote nasal sprays, like all of that stuff I don't agree with, and I still listen to podcasts that have those adverts because I just think if I don't like it, if it doesn't apply to me, I can just filter that out and just ignore it. And I'm never someone that's trying to make people feel insecure about themselves. And like also that goes back to like whenever I like post videos where I'm going to get my filler and stuff, people say like, oh, you don't need it, like don't be insecure, and it's like I don't think of making changes to myself as coming in from a place of I'm trying to solve an insecurity, because I think that if you do think like that, like when I had eating issues in the past, I was always insecure about my stomach and wanting a flat stomach, and if you do try and solve your insecurity by fixing it by like trying to get rid of it, then you always move the goalpost, so like you'll never feel like it's enough and you always still feel like it's not flat even when it's at its flattest. So basically, and a lot of people who get plastic surgery for the reason of insecurity say they're never satisfied once they get it. So I've really gone through that process of I'm not getting stuff because I'm insecure. I kind of see it more as like I'm customizing my avatar. I just feel like, oh, I like the look of that. Just it's like trying on something that is like a new aesthetic. It's never, this is like affecting how I feel about me, because me is so much more than like the way that I look, or you know, the way that I present. I feel like I definitely was insecure when I was younger, and what I did when I had like bad insecurities about like my stomach and things like that when I was like 15, I deleted Instagram for like a year and really just like kind of made it to a point of like, even if people say stuff to me about my looks, it's kind of water off a duck's back now, because I'm just like, that's the least interesting thing about a person. And yeah, so that's kind of my opinion on that, and I hope that people didn't think that it was like meant in bad intent to make people feel insecure, because it definitely wasn't. It was literally just so that I could afford to do my renovation, and like honestly I don't think there's anything wrong with editing your pictures, and I think if you are going to edit, it's even better just to tell people that you are editing. So that's kind of like why I did that. But yeah, I thought I'd like clear that up a little bit on here, because literally like 80% of the comments were people like hating, well not even hating but just criticising. But yeah, I'm not even like upset about that, because I think that when something upsets you, it's because you know you've done something wrong. But in that instance, I don't think I actually have. I'm more just worried about the fact that like I have to post 3 more of them, which is just not really great. But yeah, I will give you updates on the night out. Right, we're on the way to go to the arena. I'm going to meet my friend Leona, and I went to go take photos outside on my own. I only had like, my camera was going to die, so like I got 1 photo on it. Then I switched to my phone, and it was really embarrassing because people kept walking past, so I had to keep like stopping and pretending I was just like looking in my bag because I had a tripod and stuff. But I did get some really good pictures, and I'm going to put the photos here. Very happy with them, but probably should put my jacket on. Just walking now. This is the exit. I'm hoping it's not as slippy as it was the other day. But the boots I've got on under my leg warmers are actually like snow boots, but they're a size too big for me, so my feet are moving about a lot. But I know the way because I've been to this arena. This is the only arena I've actually been to. Like I was going to go to see Confidence Man before this at the main arena, but that's like a 20-minute walk. And to be honest, I think I saw Confidence Man at the warehouse project that I went to like 2 months ago, and I didn't really rate them that much. I know they've been like blowing up recently, but I feel like I kind of just wanted to stay at home because I needed to, there's some police sirens ahead, that's why I'm flashing blue. But yeah, I needed to do some more editing and stuff before I set off, because oh my god, I'm having a nightmare with like the fact that I don't have the computer charger, and the fact that some settings have changed. I think since I've moved country, like obviously being in France, maybe CapCut's removed some of the settings that it had when I was in the UK. So basically the things that were making my editing easier aren't there, which is fine. I don't know what's going on with the ambulance. So I feel like at ski festivals, because there's so many different opportunities to go out, like you could be going out at like Praise, you could be going out in like maybe like 7 until like midnight, or you could be going out from literally midnight till like 5 a.m. that everyone's on different time scales, so you have to make sure that like you and your mates are like kind of overlapping, because otherwise like when you have a chilled night they might be up early. Like my stomach's just really started to hurt as well. Oh my god, ow. I don't know why. Someone is screaming down there, I'm not sure what's going on. But yeah, so basically I had a chilled night last night, but then the girl who I met yesterday was having a chilled night tonight. Sorry if you can't hear me because there's literally screaming going on. But yeah, it's so Christmassy. Look at the Christmas lights. So pretty. Walking back now, guys. That was so good. Like I didn't think I was gonna hear hard techno while I was here. Sorry if I sound a little bit tipsy. I had a few drinks, but I need to sort myself out because tomorrow I've actually got the ski lesson, and even though it's in the afternoon for me, like I've only been like setting out at like 11 or 12, so I really do need to set an alarm. Tomorrow when I get back, I'm gonna down some water, I'm gonna have some carbs to sort myself out. But like that was so nice. Like the only thing is, it was a little bit odd, is that when me and my friend were like near the front, this guy came up to us and he had like his drink and then 2 other drinks, and he was like, take these, and we were like, no, because my friend doesn't drink, and also like for me, I'm like, I'm not going to take a random drink. If you've been chatting to me ahead of time and you're like, I want to buy you a drink, then that's different. But if it's just like a random man that's like, take this drink, that's very, very weird. So anyway, we said no, and then we watched him go up to another group of girls and try and give it to someone else. So then we were like, this is really weird. So then we went to tell security, and security were really good about it. Like, they went straight over to him and they were like, what are you doing? And they told us that they kicked him out. But it was just so weird. Like, why would you travel all the way to somewhere this far? Like, it's like a really rural place just to try and like potentially spike people. Like, it's so odd. So hopefully he was just trying to make friends, but like that was just really, like, it just threw me off because I've never been to an event where someone's done that in like a very, very long time. It just makes you feel unsafe, like, especially with people who, like, you've come to an event, and maybe not even just him, but like people that come to an event and spite people and then like just disappear. I just think like, you're literally like assaulting people's organs for no reason. Like, it actually just winds me up so much. Like, and the main culprit is always men, isn't it? Like, do you ever hear of a woman going to an event and spiking people? Like, don't want to incite crime, but I feel like honestly at this point, like, men, like, whenever I hear of stuff happening back to men, I'm like, why should I care? Because honestly, you've done enough to us, really. But yeah, I'm going down into the... This is the entrance. Hopefully the light will come on in a second. Yeah, there we go. The light sensor, but yeah, this is why whenever I hear of things that happen to men, I'm like, oh, am I meant to feel bad for you, the main perpetrators? Because I don't. I actually just don't. Unless it's a gay man, I actually just don't, because I think you are the main people that cause all the problems in the world. Not to get deep. Why is it like when I get drunk I just get like more and more hateful against men, but like they make me feel like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed now. I'm gonna down some water and I'll catch up with you in the morning. Thank you for listening to me rant. Setting off a lot later than I thought I was going to because I had another line. I've turned the heating down in my room so I don't do that again tomorrow, but I also use the pool and spa. I'm gonna do a little bit of editing and like obviously go in the sauna to relax my muscles. I feel like I've come at a good time because most people will be coming back from the slopes soon, so then it'll get like a little bit busier. But yesterday the hot tub was not super hot, like the pool's really hot though. So let's see if this is hot. Oh, it's heated up a bit. But this is really nice because it's got like a shallow bit. I'll show you, like, I can get in. Put you here. It's got like a little bit you can sit down in, and it's actually like hot tub temperature, so it's so relaxing. But yeah, and I'll show you the sauna as well now and see what temperature it is because it feels really hot after you've been outside. So you just come through this part here. They've actually got a cold room which was on yesterday, and then the sauna's there. But yeah, there's some people in there, so I won't show you because I don't want to film other people. But yeah, I'm going to sit in the pool for a little bit and have a chill, and then I'll let you know what we do for dinner. I'm nearly ready now to set off. I've just been faffing around exporting videos and stuff, but I'm gonna have the final bit of the champagne because obviously it's not gonna be bubbly if I leave it for too long. And I feel like sometimes you need a little bit of liquid confidence, especially like hair of the dog, so you're not shaky going down the mountain if you've been drinking the night before. But yeah, I'm gonna show you actually skiing today on the camera because I did vlog yesterday, but I vlogged it in portrait mode, so I don't think I actually pulled my camera out when I was on the slope. So today I'm gonna show you what the slope's like. And also yesterday I filmed a whole get ready with me on YouTube of the outfit. I'll put some photos here of what the outfit was like. I literally got the ski photos that I wanted, and then my camera died, so like I'm kind of happy that like at least I got some cute snow photos in like what I needed for the thumbnail for that get ready with me. But I didn't use this camera on the night out because my bag doesn't actually fit that much stuff. But I only went out for a little bit. I saw some D&B, and I've not been out for D&B in a while. Do you know what? I actually didn't mind it. Like, I've been hating on D&B quite a lot recently because I'm just like, oh, whenever you go out, everyone's always playing the same songs. I feel like the crowd's not that good, but maybe because I've had a gap, I've given myself like a chance to reset, and I've not heard the songs in a while, so I wasn't finding it annoying at all. But I'm just annoyed with myself because I thought that Serum was the last act, so I left, like literally the end of his set happened, a few people were leaving, so I was like, oh my god, it's going to be a rush, like I've got to get out of here. Get home, look at the timetable, there's more people. There was like Mosey or however you say his name, and like a few other D&B people were on straight after, and I was like, oh, I actually would have stayed because I didn't even get that long in the venue. But then I did end up staying up quite late. If you've been keeping up with me on the other app, I like fried some potatoes, I did like an unget ready with me, I was editing and stuff like that, and then like in the morning I had to watch it back and be like, have I actually just, you know, like if you've done something drunk and you just don't trust yourself that you've done it right. But yeah, let's finish this champagne. Maybe not finish it because there's a decent amount left in the bottle, but we'll have. And I'm gonna go up a different route today because sometimes it's tempting when you know a way to just keep doing the same one, but there's so many different routes. And I actually looked at the map again this morning and I was like, shit. So you know, last night when I did basically one of the last lifts before it closed, I skied down and I was like looking on the maps of how to ski closest to my accommodation, and so I made a turning, and then it said it was like a 17-minute walk, which wouldn't be that bad in normal shoes, but obviously in ski boots it was on a windy road, it wasn't like a public footpath or anything. I was like, oh my god, now I've got to, cheers guys, now I've got to walk this. Then I asked some like French guys outside of a ski hire shop if there was a way for me to get home, and he showed me this app where there was a bus. So I tried to download this app, but apparently I think you need to have a French SIM card to get it, which I think it's quite annoying because I literally put on my VPN to say I was in France and it still didn't let me. So then I got to this bus stop and people said that there had literally been a bus a minute ago that they'd missed, and so the next bus was meant to be scheduled in like 10 minutes or something. So then we waited and then it moved to being in 29 minutes. Then I scanned the code on the bus stop and I went onto the website and it said there wasn't a bus for another like 2.5 hours. So I was like, what the hell? But then it kept changing and going back to 1 minute, so it ended up coming. It's such a good route, it's completely free in this area. You've got 3 routes and you can just get on them from any bus stop and it'll take you to basically anywhere where there's hotels. And my hotel's not like 2 in the sticks or anything, like I am in the town, but I'm at like the first part of the town when you enter into this resort, and then the main stages are way further along. Just have a sip. But yeah, so basically got back to my hotel really easily because the bus stop's right outside, and then I had a bath and I decided to pre-drink in the bath. Not a good idea because when you're like really hot and then you're drinking, it just made me feel like, ooh, I just can't, like I got like really tipsy really fast, but not tipsy in the point of like I'm ready to get up and get ready to go out. Tipsy as in like I needed to just like have a lie down and cool off because I ran the bath really hot to like ease my aching joints. So I don't know if it's just like my age, but last year, I surely can't have changed my form. Like my form's not great, but like why would I randomly got a bad back this year, but not usually when I ski? Like I've always like had like, oh, my legs ache and stuff because obviously using the muscles, but my back was really hurting, so I am bringing a painkiller with me today in case I do need to take it. But we have actual good news, not related to skiing, but related to our house renovation today. We got the message finally from the engineer after about 2 months that they've finished the calculations, so now we can take them to building regs and we can get some quotes for steels, because the mistake we made last time, basically, obviously, because I've got a platform and there are people that want promoting, I did contact a lot of people who were doing steels and I just said like, do you want to collab? And I went for like the social media forward ones, which we not had any dealings with the steel people that we might be using yet. Well, they have helped us a bit because they recommended the engineers and they were being the middleman and they were really helpful with that. But I think sometimes it's easy to get swept up, you know, when like you've not got quotes from normal people and you think, oh yeah, we're doing this great collab, and realistically, because you're going with like a top of the range person that like it's the same price as a normal person, and say like with the engineers we paid like a great deal but it wasn't really a great deal, and like it's taken ages and it's just been like such a faff. Like I don't think we were being demanding customers. We were like, could you just give us plans for the steels we're going to actually put in? And they were like, no, this is the plans for like everything, like 9 pieces, but you won't actually put them in. But I'm like, that's not normal. Like we just want normal. This is what you're going to get put in. This is the calculations, this is what will pass building regs. Like we don't want us to pick and choose which ones we're not putting in, because then it kind of defeats the whole point of like getting an engineer to do the drawings. But yeah, so that we've had that faff, but finally like the steel people did get involved and like liaise because they'd recommended us. They were like, yeah, you need to you know, keep them happy. And I think we will probably go with those steels people, but I think we are just going to get some more quotes because I just don't want a repeat of what happened with the engineers. Because, like, to be honest, they were really nice to deal with, but it was just a bit weird. Like, and also like I say, like, it wasn't, oh my god, I just spilled the champagne. It wasn't super cheap. Like, we paid 3k in the end for everything, so I think that's kind of like just what you would pay for at a normal place. But they did fit us in fast. I know, like, sometimes you can be waiting for months until availability, so it was like, yeah, I don't know. At least it's finished now, and we'll be on to the next steps, which is getting quotes for the steels. And then once we've got them all sorted, we can do our own foundations. Once the actual builders have been in to put the steels in, everything else we're doing after that. So, like, moving the stairs, we're going to be doing all the replastering and stuff like that. We'll be getting like individual people in, but it will be way more under our control. Like, we can project manage everything. But I think this will really help me on my run. Definitely not procrastinating setting off. The thing is, I'm literally like, I have a YouTube that's meant to be going live at 5 p.m. tonight that is at like 88% exported, and like, I swear to God, if when I look at the export, it's still got frozen clips in it, when I know the footage is not corrupted. Like, I'm playing it back in the CapCut editing, it's playing back normal. I'm going into the files on the SD card, they're playing back normal. And then for some reason, after it's exported, it's just frozen, and like, it's still talking, but the picture's frozen. This is the second time exporting it. And like, if it's the same thing again, I'm going to cry because I won't be able to get that up for today. And the thing is, pre-filming was a good thing. Like, with Vlogmas, I can't imagine how people are doing it where like they're literally posting the same day for that day, because it gives you no leeway when you have like issues like this, especially with long form videos. But because I kind of like mentioned this is Vlogmas day whatever, when I'm swapping them around now, it's annoying me because I know that like people are clocking on that this wasn't meant to be posted on that day, plus some of them flow onto each other. So I'm at the point now where the one I'm exporting today is a what I spent in a week, and then the next video is a no spend week because I spent too much last week. So it's like I can't really post the second one until this one's gone live. And this one, it was just a fiddly edit because it was more of like just a talking style with like overlays and stuff. It wasn't my usual vlog style, so it'll be interesting to see if you guys like it or not. I was basically just going through like all the daily spends and like how I make money, and then like trying to make the editing really interesting so that it wasn't boring just being sat down, because usually I'm moving about in my vlogs a lot more. So yeah, this is the good thing about Vlogmas, is that I can try different formats, like the get ready with me in long form I've never done on YouTube, because I always thought the vlogs were the way to go with YouTube. But if people enjoy the long form get ready with me, they're so nice to film, because I can actually, like, the things that I want to say on TikTok that I know people would get bored and they just scroll on, you can say on YouTube. So hopefully you guys like that. But this was episode 2 of the Rise Festival series, and I'm thinking, because I've already got so much more footage that I want to show you guys, I don't want to have to cut too much of it. But obviously the longer the video, the more issues that I'm having, since I can't charge my laptop very fast because of the fact that I don't have the laptop charger with me. So I'm going to end this vlog here, come back for part 3 of the festival. I've got a lot more of me actually skiing, some of the après. I did do Bongo's Bingo, which I'm going to insert into there. You can see some videos of that. Plus I did a photo shoot where I met up with someone that was recommended to me on DM, and oh my god, like the photos, like he's a wizard. Like, I don't actually understand how the camera made me look like that. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have already seen some of them because I'm posting them. Like, we have so many options because we did about 4 different outfits, but they're insane. So make sure you come back for that. And I hope you enjoyed this Vlogmas. Let me know any other future requests.